Bruno Fernandes, our captain, our penalty specialist. A man who has carried Manchester United through countless pressure moments. But at Craven Cottage, he gave us a moment that United fans won't forget in a hurry. A penalty so wayward, so unexpected, that people are calling it the worst miss ever. Now, was it really that bad? Or is there more to the story than just a single wild shot? Let's dive in. It's August 24th, a warm evening in London. United taking on Fulham at Craven Cottage. 37 minutes gone, the score locked at 0-0. The game's cagey, chances are few. United desperately need to stamp their authority. Then, chaos inside the Fulham box. Mason Mount wrestled down by Calvin Bassey. The referee waves play on, but here comes VAR, slow-motion replays, angles upon angles, and eventually the decision is overturned. Penalty Manchester United. For United fans watching, this was the moment. The chance to break the deadlock, calm the nerves, and get the season truly moving. And who steps up? Bruno Fernandes, captain, leader, trusted taker. This was supposed to be routine, but instead, it turned into something else entirely. Bruno begins his familiar run-up, calm, confident. The cottage falls silent for a split second. He strikes the ball, and it sails high, way over the crossbar. The Fulham fans erupt. The Hammersmith end bursts into laughter. United fans put their hands on their heads in disbelief. And within seconds, Twitter, or X as it's now called, explodes. Clips of the miss, jokes about the ball ending up in the River Thames, comments calling it the worst penalty ever taken by a United player. It was brutal, not just because of the miss, but because of what it represented. One fan tweeted, "That wasn't a penalty, that was a free kick for Fulham." Another wrote, "I've never seen Bruno hit one that badly." And countless others simply posted memes, laughing emojis, or videos of the ball flying into orbit. But here's the thing. Social media is emotional. Everything feels bigger, worse, more dramatic in the moment. And yes, it was a poor penalty. But let's not forget, even Lionel Messi has skied important penalties. Cristiano Ronaldo has dragged spot kicks wide. Legends miss. The problem isn't that Bruno missed. The problem is that Manchester United right now cannot afford to waste moments like this. So let's break it down. Why was this one so bad? Bruno usually relies on his hop-step technique. He waits for the goalkeeper to commit, then slots the ball into the corner. It's a system built on composure and split-second timing. But against Fulham, it looked different. His body leaned back, his angle was off, and instead of driving it low or placing it with accuracy, he overhit. Simple as that. No slip, no mistouch, just a technical error caused by pressure. And make no mistake, the pressure was real. Think about it. United hadn't started the season strongly. Fans were demanding a statement win. Bruno knew that scoring could lift the team, and missing could damage confidence even further. On top of that, VAR penalties always add extra weight. They don't feel natural, they feel scrutinized. The crowd is restless, the opposition protests. And when you're away from home, every single voice is against you. All of that built up, and this time Bruno cracked. This isn't the first time United have been here. Over the years we've seen a mixed relationship with spot kicks. Marcus Rashford has scored some big ones, but he's also missed in pressure moments. Cristiano Ronaldo, during his second spell, famously had one saved against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. Even legends like Cantona and Rooney weren't perfect. So when people say this was the worst ever, maybe it was the worst looking, but certainly not the only one. The truth is, every great penalty taker eventually has a shocker. What matters is how they respond. Here's where things get serious. This miss highlights a bigger problem at Manchester United. We're not clinical enough. Time and time again we create chances but fail to finish them. We dominate periods of play, but don't put games to bed. And when you waste opportunities, football punishes you. That's why fans were so frustrated after Fulham. Not just because Bruno missed, but because it fit the same pattern we've seen too many times before. And here's a question for you. Do you think Bruno should stay on penalties? Or should someone else, maybe Rashford, maybe Mount, take over? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm genuinely curious where fans stand on this. For Bruno personally, this is a test of character. He's been United's go-to penalty taker since he arrived from Sporting. His record is excellent, one of the best in the Premier League era. If United suddenly strip him of penalty duty, what message does that send? It risks damaging his confidence, and worse, undermining his authority as captain. In reality, he needs support. He needs the trust of his teammates, and the backing of the fans, because great players bounce back, and Bruno Fernandes is a great player. For United as a whole, this is about more than one miss. It's about sharpening up an attack. It's about being ruthless, clinical and efficient. Ruben Amorim, the new head coach, has a big job here. He has to instill that killer instinct, because without it, United won't close the gap to the very best teams. Drawing games we should win, missing penalties we should bury, it all adds up, and at the top level, those fine margins decide trophies. The season is long, this penalty won't define Bruno, and it won't define United. But it will be remembered, until the next one, and that's the beauty of football. The chance for redemption is always around the corner. Bruno will step up again, and when he does, fans will hold their breath. Will he silence the doubters, or will the pressure creep back in? That's the drama we live for as football fans. So yes, it was a bad penalty. Yes, it gave rival fans something to laugh at. But no, it doesn't mean Bruno is finished, or that United are doomed. It means we need to sharpen up, we need to be clinical, we need to back our captain, even when he falters. Because at the end of the day, football is about more than memes or one moment of embarrassment. It's about how you respond. Thanks for tuning in to United Notify. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit like, share it with a fellow Red, and subscribe for more honest Manchester United analysis. And don't forget, drop your thoughts below. Should Bruno keep taking penalties, or is it time for someone else? We'll be back with more news, more reactions, and more insights. Until then, keep the faith, Reds.